EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Break. 55, Mike 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Stringer firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Pilot, 64, weak. 5. 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's get off the field. Shoot.
From the gun, Stringer. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Right there. 54 miles. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, tight.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 27. Come on. 36.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his target, Fuller, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, Find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike. Stop.
Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That's good for 28 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Middle.
Hey, let go.
Check.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. This is caught. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's go now. 8, read. You're out. Snap.
On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stringer. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's been a long day for you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Bound to lose one. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 9. Check 9.
Yo, go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Stringer. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Bengals 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You got to get the ball. Pass.
Hey, Orville.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Allen now operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Under 10. 10, go.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Switch. Alert, alert, alert.
Allen now on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Stringer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Blue draw quarters. 60 or.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Slam. Check.
Good.
Check.
Hey. My 7.
Mike 55.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stringer over the middle, complete. That's Sanchez. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Hey, tight. On 52. Hey, team 6. 56.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here from the 38. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the ball, 2.
A final shot before break. Stringer, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Touchdown, defense. He's regular.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You got pressure.
You recon, 132 fighter.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. It's a party now. What? 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Kill.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You ain't going nowhere. What's the eye? Pass 85.
And here's Allen throwing again. It's complete to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
56.
Now Allen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Shoot.
Greystone, travel.
55. I'm coming.
Ready.
Throwing again. Stringer, check down to Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, Stringer got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanchez. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's get it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Now.
Let's go one more.
Now.
2nd and 6. He's got his man on the crossing route. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Let's go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, zoom.
Situation, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. So we got man. Check nickel.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Stringer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw. Stringer will get this into the hands of Breida. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it's no good. Lutz pulled it, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go on. Check 15. Switch. Hey, hold. Quick. Shit. Tight up.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
65. Check 13.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. Hey. 4 down. Check 30.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
General West. Half 10. Go.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Switch.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch 81.
Hey, tight.
Alert. Check.
Now Allen operating from the gun. And he's got Fuller. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Stringer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
You think you gonna get this? Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Crouch. Quick dance, quick dance. Come, come. Big edge, big
Hurry, hurry. Hit it.
From the gun, Stringer. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. 36, 36. Shut down, motion, motion, check, check, check. Shift.
Again, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
X3, 218, chopper.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Steve Griffin.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This is Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching you five. I'm trying to collect. Slam, slam, slam. Zip, zip.
Back to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
No, no, no.
Hey, Haywood. Fine.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to potentially send us to overtime. Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards on the ground.
And the Texans first down.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.